glad to have you here. I'm Jenny Anchondo, here as your host and moderator for another incredible Sarah National event. Let me set the stage for you today. If you've never been here before, you are in for a treat. These sessions are really rich with information and motivation. So what we're going to do is we're going to hear from an incredible speaker on technology and entrepreneurship. This is a two-part series. So we're just getting ready for part one today. He's going to take us through it, a really solid presentation, and then part two will be next week. Remember this is the fun part with these speakers, is that towards the end of our hour together, we'll get some Q&A time. So let me tell you about him. He is Miguel Martin. He is an author, speaker, speaks on self-development, and he has written more than 20 books. 20, like what? How did you do that, Miguel? 20 books is pretty incredible. He's also the founder of Miguel Martin Education Center. He is from Guatemala, but lives now in Dallas, Texas. He's written books like 12 Laws for a Successful Life. He's really dedicated his life and his career to the Latino community. And he's been in the process of making his products bilingual in English and Spanish. Right now, everything is available in English, which I think is such a gift to have that kind of content to be widely available for Spanish speakers. So again, the Miguel Martin Education Center is where this all kind of comes together. And he's going to speak more to that and give us some inspiration, some motivation, and some details about technology and entrepreneurship. So listen, I don't need to take up any more time. Miguel is the man of the hour. So Miguel, I will let you take it away. I'm going to put myself on mute, take notes along with everybody else, and then I will meet you on the back end.
National for the invitation, and believe me, I'm so happy that I can contribute to the entrepreneurship world, and those that believe in themselves, those that believes that we can contribute, we can bring something, we can bring our own ideas, because entrepreneurship is that, is basically either bringing yourself, bringing your own ideas, or making a proposal that can help society, that can help a church, that can help the community. And one thing I will say is that, my background is that I have been an entrepreneur for the past 2 decades. And thanks God, I have been able to advance and acquire experience. This is one of the things that most entrepreneurs do not have, is experience. They have the idea, they have the energy, they have the motivation, but we are lacking experience. And that's why, thanks to organizations like Sarah National, resources can come, knowledge, and not any kind of knowledge, a knowledge that can provide you wisdom and also experience. I believe that when you acquire knowledge with experience, you advance. What you can do in 5 years, you can do it in 6 months. You can do it in 1 year. You can do it faster. So thank you for presenting me, Jenny. I can see that you have that energy. That's great. And no doubt that you are a successful lady. Thank you for being here with us. All right, so let's go into our presentation today. We're going to be talking about technology and entrepreneurship, part one. Please, I want to ask you something. Please do not put attention on my accent. I'm a Guatemalan. English has become my second language. So that's why you can see that I have a very, very strong accent. So don't put attention on that, but grab the knowledge that I will be sharing with you, because this is a knowledge with a experience for the past 2 decades of being an entrepreneur, also a trainer, and also I have been helping a lot of organizations on leadership, on entrepreneurship, on bettering yourself with habits, with the right energy. And knowing these things, will bring you success. That's why technology and entrepreneurship, when you combine them, they are tendencies of success. So how many of you are here because you believe you are successful? Or how many of you are here because you want to be successful? So either you are here for one or the other reason, both works. But I have bad news. If you are here for other reason, apart from being successful and you want to add to your success, or because you want to receive resources to be successful, if you don't have those reasons, believe me, this is not a place to be, because successful people, one main thing they know is that they know what they want. They know why they are where they are, and make sure that you know why you are here. You will take what you need to take to be either more successful or to have success in life. So my first proposal is learn different. This should become your motto, your theme. Learn different, in a different way. Don't follow the conventional way of learning. um, I applaud those that have gone through the conventional education. I applaud those that have a lot of titles, and above all, they are successful. But if you go and review the history of the world, at least for the past 50 years or 100 years, you will find out that the main leaders, the successful ones, the ones that have helped to change directions of services, products, um, um, principles of a better life, is people that have gone through entrepreneurship, but that have applied a principle called learn different. If you follow everything that is well known or well accepted, or that everybody's applauding, then you're in the wrong group to be the leader, to be the difference, to be the new thing. So Richard Branson, I think you know who is this guy, right? So he said this: my biggest motivation is just to keep challenging myself. Simple rule. Keep challenging yourself, myself. I see life almost like one long university education that I never had. So here's the key: every day I am learning something new. You want to be successful? That's the way to go. Every day. You are here today. I applaud you. But what about yesterday? What about tomorrow? Have you learned something new? That's the key. So learn different. Make life a long university. Make every day a new course, a new class, a new training. Don't take life like, oh, there we go again. No, what can I learn from this accident? What can I learn from this loss? What can I learn from this situation? Recently, and I'm sharing with you something from my heart, something that have impacted me. I was listening to one of the most well-known preachers, and he was giving the story how he was able to end up with the building that they have today, that gathers thousands and thousands and thousands of people. Well, part of the story is that uh, one day there was an incident, something went wrong, that he had to run to find a solution instead of sticking to, to the idea or to the concept that, oh, bad is bad with me. God is not here. Where is the blessing? Why is this is happening to me? He rapidly went and looked for a solution. And while he was looking for a solution, someone in the way, he called it the red light, the stop. Someone there stopped him and said, Mr. So-and-so, I have been looking for you. I would like you to consider this proposal. So he stopped, he listened, and he said yes. Years later, if that problem didn't happen, if that situation didn't move him from his comfort zone, he will never will run and meet this guy, this person. And part of his success was that experience. So don't think that because, oh, I need to read a book or I need to go to this place because everybody's doing it and that's the only way I can accomplish my goals or my desires, my wishes of life. No, it can be the things that you hate. It can be the moments that you think there's no wisdom into this. Why me? Why? Because life loves you. Because entrepreneurship is for you. I believe that entrepreneurship is made, is formed. The best ingredients, the best things that you cannot get in no other place is those bad moments. So anybody here with bad moments lately? I hope you are with have bad moments because believe me, you're in the right route, in the right position to be successful. So the rule is simple. Every day I am learning something new. Wisdom from Richard Branson. So, yes, talking about learning, let's learn fast. This is another statement you need to put in your head. Learn fast. If you stop murmuring, if you stop just thinking, because this is what happened with a lot of entrepreneurs, that we waste time thinking on the things that we don't have instead of focusing on the things that we already have. I was broke. You know, I never went to school to learn how to write a book. Um, I never had like classes a specific mentor to develop from me a entrepreneur. But the author was in me. The rich person was in me. The the leader was in me. And what I stopped doing was I stopped thinking on the things I did not have. I didn't have. The things that I was missing. A lot of people waste their time in life expecting and murmuring for the things they don't have instead of focusing and using the things they have. So at that time, what did Miguel had? I had a brain. I had an opportunity. I had time. So one thing I learned was to learn fast. If you dedicate yourself to learn fast what you need, using what you have, you're gonna go very far in life. So one big thing you should learn fast is the use of resources, and one of them is technology. So before I go forward with our main subject, I also want to highlight when we talk about resources, we're talking about, a lot of us, and don't miss yourself here. Do not think that you have to be listening to someone very influential so you also can be successful. No, it can be an accident. It can be the bad moment. It can be mama. It can be dad. It can be the friend. It can be, um, let me share this here. Jenny, I know you're taking notes. Hopefully, this will not put me in trouble, but let me say this parenthesis. I don't know, I'm inspired to say it. I'm a speaker and I'm an international speaker. I have been in 4 continents. I have been in so many organizations, places, conference, training, um, in person. Like I would say hundreds of times I have traveled around the world. Um, but where did I learn to be a speaker? At the time, that's 30 years ago. I didn't have no money. I was broke, no family, no help. And um, for almost 15 years, I work and help my family in my country. 15 years. It was day and night, work and work and work and work. And I used to send the money. but I wanted to be a speaker. So I couldn't go to school. I couldn't go to the university. I want to learn. I want to learn fast. I want to build myself, to develop myself. So guess what I did? I say, okay, the people that speak on television, they already went to the university. The people they speak, the politicians, they already went and paid to be trained. Business people or influential people, they already pay for this. So what I'm going to do is that I'm going to start watching them day and night, day and night, day and night, day and night. And I'm going to learn from them. That was my first training to become a speaker. You know, I will not mention the 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 television, the news, and you know, the these big companies and the news or with programs there, national and international. But I learned from them. I took them. I decided to take them as my trainers, and that's how I started. When I say I want to be a speaker, so use the resources you have at your hand. You know, most of them, this is the miracle of a successful entrepreneur. Most of the resources you need are not conventional, are the ones that you think are not worthy, or you may think it cannot help, or you may think that it's so simple, but it's not true. It's there, you can use it, and you can learn fast. All right. Um, Jeff Bezos said the following. So let's go now. Why technology? Why we need to put attention in technology? In today's era of volatility, there is no other way but to reinvent. Words from Jeff Bezos. I mean, if you don't know who is Jeff Bezos, then please go and read who is Jeff Bezos, because he was an entrepreneur and he is a successful person, very successful. But his code to be successful was you need to reinvent. The only sustainable advantage you can have over others is agility. That it is, because nothing else is sustainable. Everything else you create, somebody else will replicate. So if I'm not pronouncing, agility or agility the right way, please just read it. You can see it there.
We do not judge based on pronunciations.
Okay.
You're
So can you
doing
pronounce for me
agility.
agility? Okay,
Hmm.
that's the word.
Yeah, but
You know,
doesn't matter.
doesn't matter. Thank you, Jenny. Yeah, nice lady. Thank you. So, guys, people, you they are there. And a lot of you will also see this recording, because I know a lot of people see things later. You know, believe in what you have. Use the resources that you have. Let's learn from those that already learn, not in the non-conventional way. And this is one of them is Jeff Bezos. He says, we need to reinvent. We need to take advantage of being fast, of being smart, of using what you have. Because if you don't do it, whatever you do today, someone else can do it. But you have to go into the let's do it fast. Let's do it today. A lot of people lose opportunities when they wait. They wait too much. They think too much. I call this the sin of perfection. Ooh, they want to be perfect. My idea needs to be perfect. My products needs to be perfect. My presentation needs to be perfect. My accent needs to be perfect. Ask Mr. What is this actor that became the governor from California? You know,
Arnold Schwarzenegger.
Exactly. I always have problem pronouncing his last name, but hey, he, based on his accent, he's supposed to be a failure according to society. He's one of the best actors, very successful, end up being the governor of California, and more things. So, if he can do it, we can also do it. Okay, rule. We have to take this as a rule. Technology, we need to comprehend it. So comprehension is important on this subject. Clearly, the thing that's transforming is not the technology. It is the technology that is transforming you. So we need to comprehend this. It's not just technology, it's the person involved in technology. Are you also being transformed? Are you advancing? Are you changing? Are you transforming yourself, your business, your idea with technology, through technology, with the help of technology? This was said by Jean Rose from the Center for Information System Research. So we need to understand part of this. It also includes a philosophy of life. If you're not willing to adapt, you want everything clear, no, you're not going to have everything clear at the beginning. You will not have everything perfect at the beginning, but you must have the will or the willing to comprehend it, to understand it, to get involved, to get your hands dirty in a way to put it, that you need to be part of it with all your heart, with all your mind, and then things will start happening. Yeah. The next code here is integration. I think a lot of us, even if we have the information, we have a problem, what we call action. We don't act. We get the knowledge, we say it's good, it's nice, but we don't have the action. We don't have this habit. This morning I was talking to my daughter. She's an author, and I was saying, please explain me your book. Explain me, why you wrote this, why you say this, why. And we were talking about habits, habits. If she's not trained, if she's not developed with this habit of thinking and of explaining her own ideas, she will not develop this habit of getting into more depth, more deep, more profound on the subject. So we have problems of integration, of habits, having the right habits. And one of it is the action, the practice of the knowledge that we are acquiring. So integration is another word. We need to integrate what we learn. And most of the problem with technology is that we know it's good, we know it's there, we have the resources, and guess what? We do not integrate it. We do not take action on it. So Mr. John Chambers from Cisco said this: at least 40% of all businesses will die in the next 10 years. And you know why? If they do not figure out how to change their entire company to accommodate new technologies. And this is based on a study. Let me put it in another word, or in other words. If we have 10 people here today, out of 4 out of 10, they're already, they can fail. For the only reason, not because they are not positive, they're not motivated, not because they are not in this class, or not because they don't go and get a training in the university, the academy, etc., or not because they don't have a mentor. It's just because they do not, they don't know how to accommodate new technologies. And there's another study. This is only based on technology. There's another study that says that of 10 entrepreneurs, only between 1 and 2 will be successful. And there's other reasons apart from technology. So I always say this, you know, if you don't take something immediately into practice, you do not integrate it immediately. As soon as you hear what you're learning, what you're hearing, what you are receiving, you will comply this prophecy. You will make this prophecy become, or you will make this a prophecy against yourself. There's a lady, an author, speaker. She talks about the 5-minute rule. Have you heard about it? The 5-minute rule. She's very well known, so look for her. Is there 5-minute rule? There's a book. It's great. So from there, I came out with my own rule. I have the 5-second rule. But the whole idea is this: you listen to something that you like, you learn something that you need, you receive something that you were waiting for. You have 5 minutes to 5 seconds to do something, or you have 5 seconds to 5 minutes to do something with that knowledge, resource, opportunity, etc., etc. If you don't do nothing between the 5 seconds and 5 minutes, guess what? You're not going to do much. You're going to procrastinate. You're going to wait for the perfect moment, for something that you don't need. An opportunity will fly. You're going to lose. So technology needs to be accommodated in our businesses, in our entrepreneurship, in our whatever we are doing in the context of businesses. How are you with technology? So from 1 to 10, where are you here? We need to be honest. The only way that we can better ourselves, integrate what we need, is to know what we need. Is to be realistic. You know, yesterday I was mentoring 3 young people, and and one of them was saying, you know, I want to do it, and I want to do it, and you know, I do have the wish to do it. And I say, you know, I don't want to listen to that no more. You have been saying that for the 3 months, for the past 3 months. What are you going to do now? What are you going to do this night? What are you going to do in this moment to change that behavior, to change that bad habit? I know you want to do it. I know you want to change, but that's not enough. Just by saying you want to doesn't change things. Things will change. Things will get better when you do something, or when you do the thing, or when you practice what you know. In Spanish, we say punto, no más, done. All right. I would like to introduce here a concept, a rule that is very well known, and is called the Pareto principle. You know, a lot of us have a very confusing life, a very stressed entrepreneurship. We have a lot of problems. We have the lack of results, but we have a lot of movement. We go here, we look for this, we look for that. So this principle teach something that I think we can integrate it here as a concept. If you learn, so it's the 20-80. If you see here, 20% of your effort will take you, if you know what you're doing, to 80% of your results. My point is simple. When you integrate technology, the right technology for you, because not everything is for everybody. No, you need to know what you need. You need to use what you have. If you do that, you can do less effort and have more result. But if we don't do that, we can do more effort, more work, more confusion, more waste of money, waste of time, waste of life, waste of resources, because you can have resources, but if you don't know how to use them, then you can do the 80-20. You're going to turn it against you. A lot of work, a lot of confusion, a lot of loss, and small result. So where are you right now? In life, in business, in your idea, in your system, in your concept? 20-80 or 80-20? I leave that as a thought to consider it and find the wisdom of it. The wisdom, the wisdom. All right. So first thing is, understand that entrepreneurship is a long-term goal. It's not a short period of time, life, or effort. It's a long-term thing. Use the resources that you have. Learn every day. Adapt, introduce, integrate technology. Ask yourself, do you know that by asking questions, in questioning, there's wisdom? If you keep asking yourself, what do I really need? What do I need? What am I lacking in this context of technology for my business? You cannot get the answer if you keep asking what I need, what am I lacking, what will take me to the next level, to the next step. So ask. Questions are powerful in life, in business. This will bring us to my last point, which is marketing. If you want to be successful in your entrepreneurship, into your businesses, into your whatever you are proposing to society, if you learn, if you integrate, then you need to bring it to the public. At the end of the day, what we call result, what we call a sale, what we call fans, what we call influence, everything comes under the umbrella of knowing how to do marketing, how to present yourself to people. Let me give you an example. You can have a good product. Have you seen those people online on social media? They have hundreds of likes, hundreds of views. But when you ask them, do you have sales? They say, the honest one will tell you, no, I don't. So if you cannot get, if your end goal is to sell and you have a lot of views and likes and you are not selling, then you are doing something wrong. Something is wrong. So a lot of movement doesn't mean that you're doing the right thing. So we need to learn how to do the right thing, use the right resources, be clear on what we are doing, and learn. Technology plus marketing will give you a great result. 90% of CEOs, okay, these are leaders of companies, 90% of CEOs believe that digital economy will impact their industry. They believe that. So that will That will be 9 out of 10, 90 of 100. But less than 50% are executing on a digital strategy. In other words, around 75 to 85% of people are not practicing this. They do not have a digital strategy. They may have the knowledge. They may know that they need to integrate technology, but they don't have a plan. They don't have a strategy. And this is not I would say common people. These are CEOs. This statement is coming from a study from Mead, Sloan, and Campaign Gemini. This is a study from people that you think they already know what they're doing and they are doing everything they know. No, it's not true. 50% are executing on a digital strategy. So the majority, even though they know, they are not executing the knowledge. They are not using technology. I was shocked. I was literally shocked. My main mentor is Tony Robbins. So one day in a convention here in Dallas, I met one of his marketing leader. And this leader or this executive of this department, we start talking and talking, and he ended up giving me some good tips and clues and knowledge and experience. And he said, listen, man, those that do not do marketing, they are dead. They don't have no business. You can have a good idea. You can have a good product. You can have the best resources. If you don't do marketing, nobody knows you. He said, why do you think? And he asked me, do you know that Google do marketing so people can know Google? Coca-Cola, Facebook, at that time, that was like 7 years ago that he was talking to me. What he was highlighting was that Windows. He was highlighting that if these big companies, they're supposed to already be so successful, if they're still doing marketing, if they're still applying a strategy to so people can know them, imagine the new entrepreneurs, imagine the new idea, the new product. You're small and unknown business. So how close are we to these big corporations? They have the money, the resources, the leaders, and they are still struggling to reach to more people. So we need to put attention into this. We need to ask ourselves, are we doing enough? Are we applying what we know? Do we have a plan? Do we have a strategy? What is the next step after this? And if you are honest, you will find out that you are not doing your best. You're not doing enough. You are not integrating what you need to be successful, or to be more successful, or to have more resources. Do not be part of the 90% of these CEOs, of these leaders, of these persons in charge of. Do not be just someone that is taking knowledge. Be the one that makes the difference. Be the one that is real successful. Be the one that will leave this meeting, this training, and say, you know what? I will not sleep tonight until I apply what I learned into my business. Another statement, I like this statement because you cannot laugh. Jenny will laugh. I know she will laugh. There we go. Ready? Okay, so this was said by Stuart Henderson Britt. Doing business, and this is about entrepreneurship, without advertising, which is marketing, is like winking at a girl in the dark. You know what you are doing, but nobody else does. So, great reason, great reason why we need to integrate technology is because marketing depends a lot from it. Sales depends a lot from it. Having the result that you want depends a lot from it. That's why Sarah National is bringing these trainers, this knowledge, this experience, these resources, so you can be better. So, if you want to be successful, you have to do at least three things. Learn something new every day. Adapt technology, the one that you need, to your business, and make with these two knowledge, make a good marketing strategy. And believe me, you're not going to regret it. The time you spend here with us today is going to pay, and is going to pay big. Finally, marketing. Give them quality. That is the best kind of advertising. Are you willing to do that? When you put everything together, are you willing to take your potential, your knowledge, your proposal, your business, your idea, your product, your service to another level? This is your opportunity. Thank you very much.
Boom. So good. So good. Okay, you guys, that was incredible. Miguel, I loved hearing from you. And I know everybody else did as well. As you were listening, you guys, if anything popped up in terms of questions where you're just wondering, gosh, where did he get the motivation? Well, how does he keep going? Please post them in the chat. In the meantime, I say, first of all, this has been like in my notes from the very beginning. I commend and congratulate anybody who can be a speaker in two languages like you do. You never need to apologize for an accent. Truly, truly, it's really, really impressive. A lot of people in this group are on some spectrum of that, where they're trying to learn a second language, or they're, feeling the sort of nerves over, am I saying it correctly? That sort of thing. So
Yeah.
so really it's really relatable, and you do a beautiful job. I would love to hear from you on a personal note, how you got into becoming an author, what it was when you were an up and comer in the world that made you think, okay, I think I've got something to say about personal development and everything like that.
So when I started reading my first books on self-development, they really helped me. I mean, like literally, they wake up a giant on me, mentally, emotionally, physically, in every sense. And one day while I was reading, I say, do I have something to say? I ask myself, and I answer myself, and I say yes. So what would you say if you have an opportunity to say something? And that's how I started to think and form my own concept, my own opinion. It took years, but it was a question if I had something to share to society, and the answer was yes. And this is I will call it a big, 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 big truth that most people don't accept, is that everybody has something to say, but they have not been empowered, they have not been lightened, like motivated or guide to see that everybody is a book. No, even the Bible says that. So it's just a question that pop up there, and it was a whole process. But today I'm here, and I just want to clarify, Jenny. All my material is in Spanish, and I'm in the process to have it in English.
Yes, amazing. Well, a lot of this group is Spanish speaking, so that's going to be very, very, very helpful for them. Um, as we're, yes, please get a drink. I know you were going strong for 45 minutes there. So while we
You
were
know,
all the
I
rest of
was
us were,
controlling myself because usually I have more energy, but when I'm here, on the camera, I try to kind of pause and let people digest what I'm saying. But I have a lot of energy because I learned it. I learned, and it's true. If you don't have the right energy, you're not gonna have the right result. And based on that, every day I jump. I jump. I say, wow, this is a great day. I literally jump, not just wake up. No, I jump. Wow, I'm still alive. Oh, let's continue. And today, before being here, between my children, between my business, between my the things of the day, I have a rule. I write every day. Every day I write. I'm writing my next 3, 5 books. Um, there's a process in life, and I would say that at the beginning was an issue of ego, maybe, then business, make money with it, and then I went into the maturity, philosophy, and today I think I'm more like um, delicate and making my proposals when I'm writing. It's very funny. My first book, it was 700 page, and then I brought it down to 100, to 70, and every day smaller and smaller. Maybe my last book will say thank you, few words. Yeah.
yeah, just finish it up. Okay, bye. When it comes to writing a book, you have done it more times than most anybody. How do you break it down? Is it you're writing a few pages a day? Do you do it in the morning? Do it in the evening? Do you time block? How do you, get the discipline to sit down and actually write it?
First, I put it in my agenda. I do it like I do it every day, but I do it in a specific hours or time. One is the weekends. I love the weekends. I can reflect, I can think. Also, I love to do it. That's me. Anybody can choose a different hour because at the end of the day, you have to be comfortable. If you are not, then the ideas will not flow. And I love to do it early in the morning. And when I say early in the morning, I'm talking about between 1 a.m. and 3 a.m. Yes. Yes.
Well, then the follow-up question is, do you sleep?
I do sleep. Yes, I do sleep. Yes. So, okay, let me add a little bit there. I also learned, that you can sleep less and sleep well. A lot of people sleep a lot and don't sleep well. So if you really know what you're doing, which is a habit also, if you take time to sleep and you cannot sleep, then you have a problem. You are not scheduled. You don't have the habit. You don't have the discipline. Um, I had to learn before doing what I'm doing today. I had to learn to train myself. Like, okay, let's take a nap. And no, the body say no, no, no. I say you can rest. You can take a nap. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, and I learned this by experience. That all the time I did that, my energy double, triple, my ideas, my the motivation, just those sleeping, like 5, 10 minutes in a day, or even in the nights, because there are nights that I don't sleep. But in general, I sleep between 5 to 6 hours for sure, and I take those small um, naps.
So you schedule everything out because it's,
Yes.
I know this with any big task, because it's one thing to say, okay, I'm going to do this one thing tomorrow. I'm going to, turn in this report, or in communications, write this media release, write this press release, or I would write up a story. It's a one day thing. Doing a book, it would be really easy to say, oh, well, I gave myself the whole year to write it, so I'm not going to write
That's the
anything
wrong.
tomorrow. And then tomorrow. So are you breaking it down into smaller chunks?
Yes. First, the first thing is what you want to write about. The second thing is break it down. Write something of the things you break down every day. That's the first rule. The second one is do not be correcting yourself every day. Just write. And the third rule is you will reach and accomplish what you want to do. Believe me, there's a moment that you don't have nothing else to say. And a lot of time, that's the best way to finish a book. You don't need to finish it. Like you don't need to finish it. It's like a movie. Leave it in suspense. So yeah, you break it down. You put it in your agenda. For beginners, I will say, you can start once a month. You can start once a week, and then go to 2 days or 3 days, and more and more and more. And one last thing is, um, if you really don't have time, you can start by 5 minutes. And writing do not means that you have to be writing. It means that you can take those 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 15 minutes to go in that mode of an author, of writing, of thinking. And it's the same thing with business. It's the same thing. I have a mentor who says that entrepreneurs should be bringing at least one or two new products every year, and you have to um, organize yourself in that mode to make it happen.
Now, let's talk about this. When you first got started as an author and motivational speaker, did you have any detractors, anybody who you felt like doubted you or didn't really think you had it in you? And how did you deal with that?
My father, I came to him very convinced, and Daddy, Papa, I'm going to be an author. He started laughing. He said, "No, son, that's not for you. You haven't gone to school." Basically, he said, "Don't embarrass yourself." And thanks God I didn't listen to him. Second was my best friend. Best friend. Until this day, he's my best friend. I came to him and I say, "I want to write a book. What do you think?" "Oh, no, 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 Miguel, that's not for you. Oh, don't do it. No, no, don't waste your time." Um, Another thing that there was I would say a big thing, a big struggle for me was that I wanted to write, but I didn't have the knowledge of what to write. I didn't have no experience. So what I did there was that I decided to read dictionaries, and I recommend this to anybody. If you want to have knowledge and words, go and read dictionaries as much as you can. I remember the first dictionary that I read was This Thick, de la lengua española. This Thick. It was big. And from there, um, I start having more words and more words and more words, and it ended up being so easy, so simple to just have the words, the wording to write. So yeah, those were I would say, three obstacles or three things that I had to cross: my father, my friend, and the lack of knowledge. Because you can have the desire, but you don't have the knowledge, which is not bad. Go and look for the knowledge, go and look for the experience, and you will do it. The other thing that it was very hard for me was to publish a book. You know, to publish a book conventionally, you need two things. One, you need to be famous, and second, you have to have money. Either both, or one or the other. So when you are a independent writer, it's very hard. It's very hard. It took me 5 years to learn to cross the nose, door after door after door after door after door, and windows and this and that were closed. But I learned how to cross them until finally someone say yes, and then um, I was able to publish my first book.
That is incredible, and I'm glad that you stuck with it because it really is, and I just hope that people hear that thinking, "Okay, well, Miguel wasn't originally rich and famous, but he was able to figure out a way, to get the books." I want to wrap up with just a minute or 2 about what you do in your business so that people can access you if they would like to.
Yes. So I'm the founder of MEC, Miguel Martin Education Center, and we do three things. One is conference, training, webinars, um, um, classes on entrepreneurship, leadership, self development, marketing, sales, personal finances, and things that has to do with the entrepreneurship world. Second, we bring resources like the books, like resources that can help them to do better, or to help their business product system, or even profession. For example, I know a lot of professionals that would like to write a book. They don't know. They have the knowledge, but they don't know the process. So we help them by giving them resources that will help them in that process, in that dream. So we bring resources. And the third thing we do is mentoring. So I'm one of the mentors in MEC, Miguel Martin Education Center. So those are the three things that we do: conference, training, et cetera, on that line, educational, and the resources in the same subjects, and personal mentoring for those that are willing, to have it, to be trained personally, or to be mentored by a personal mentor. Yeah.
That's great. That's exceptional. So you guys can find him there on the website that you had seen before. And we just got a question, and we're just right here up against 3 o'clock about how you published your books and how you found a publisher. So perhaps that's something we can answer on the next session, because I know that we are going to be chatting with you a week from today.
Yeah.
Okay, perfect. Well,
Mhm.
we'll save that one for next time. Thank you, Miguel. I look forward to seeing you in a week.
Thank you very much. I really appreciate it, Jenny. And those that were here, wish you the best, and believe in yourself. Believe and act. This is our opportunity. Thank you.
Oh, I love that so much. It's the perfect way to end, you guys. And for more on Sarah's programs, it's sarah-national.org, the link over in the chat, and then the YouTube channel. If you want to watch the replay of this, or maybe you know somebody who needs a little motivation, you can send them the replay of this. It will be up by next Wednesday, so they could watch the replay Wednesday and then join us live on Thursday. Miguel, thank you so much, and I'll see everybody in a week. Bye-bye.